let's talk about the foot. What we're going to talk about are those things on the sole of the foot that contribute to maintaining normal arch of the foot. We won't talk about all of the things that help to maintain the sole of the arch of the foot, just a couple of them. Before we do that, we're just going to have a brief recap of some of the tarsal bones. The big fella back here, this is the calcaneus. This is the talus right here. This right here is the cuboid bone. This is the navicular here, and these are the three cuneiform bones right here. Now let's go ahead and turn the foot over to the plantar aspect. And again, this is the calcaneus, this is the cuboid right here. This is the talus right here. This is the navicular, and these are the three cuneiform bones right here. What we're going to do is look at a couple of features, and I've decided to go ahead and embrace the amateur nature of these videos. I'll point out to you that this is a cat hair, so I'm okay with it. And more amateur nature, the things that we're going to talk about are on this Netter flashcard right here. We're going to point out where the long plantar ligament runs. You can see that it arises from the calcaneus and attaches ultimately to the bases of these metatarsals right here. Another thing we're going to talk about is the calcaneo-navicular ligament, which is right here, which runs obviously from the calcaneus to the navicular. And we're going to talk about this ligament right here. This is the short plantar ligament. It also runs from the calcaneus to the cuboid. And the final thing that we're going to talk about is the Fibularis longus tendon that you can see here, and it runs below some of these fibers of the long plantar ligament. So let's go ahead and see where those are on the bottom of the foot. Here's our foot again, and let me go ahead and point out those features. The long plantar ligament and the short plantar ligament originate from here. The short plantar ligament is the deepest of the ligaments of the foot that we're going to talk about. So it's going to go from here to this ridge right here on the cuboid bone. Right here, this is where the Fibularis longus tendon runs. The long plantar ligament runs from here, and part of it inserts here to this ridge on the cuboid. But as you may remember, there are also parts that extend all the way to these metatarsals. So the peroneus longus, or the Fibularis longus tendon, runs below part of the long plantar ligament. The last thing we're going to consider is the calcaneo-navicular ligament, or so-called spring ligament. It arises from the sustentaculum tali. That's this part of the calcaneus. So remember, this is the calcaneus here, and this is the sustentaculum tali right here. This right here is the navicular bone right here, and the calcaneo-navicular ligament obviously is going to run from the calcaneus to the navicular. And what it's going to do is it's going to hold the head of the talus here as if it were in a hammock. If the calcaneo-navicular ligament tears, then the talus is free to rotate towards the sole of the foot, which would obviously not be good for maintaining the arch of the foot. So these are some of the structures that help to maintain the arch of the foot. Thank you.